Hey everybody, Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. Okay, gang, I got another final build for you for this Wednesday. This is probably the third or fourth of my 1950 series builds. And I got started and finished. This is the old Renwal 1/500 scale USS Springfield CA-7, circa 1959, 1960, somewhere around there. The model came out probably about 1962 or 63 when Renwal came out. They started out making anatomy models like the Invisible Man, the Invisible Woman, the skull, the heart, the lungs. They actually made models for medical students, and they found out that people don't like stuff like that unless you become a doctor. And models were pretty much in the focus at the time, especially model ships, model airplanes. So they tried their hand at the Renwal blueprint models. These at the time were pretty much the cat's meow. Gave you a break from the Bell models because they were new. I never heard of the Renwal before. They made a few other ones too, like the Sarasota, the Seminole, the Ticonderoga, the Shangri-La, the Battleship Washington, the USS King, the Dewey. They made all kinds of these old 1/500 scale. Not very many. The Renwal kind of petered out probably the mid 1960s. And what they had is what they had. They were making at the time, but they didn't advance any more from there. Well, their models are kind of semi-scale. This right here, out of the Cleveland Class Cruiser, it's pretty close to it. There's a few uh, scale inefficiencies on here, but hey, you're 12, 13, 15 years old back in those days. It was a ship and it looked beautiful. It looks beautiful now. Okay, along with build, I'll bring the build a little closer. You can look at it live after we take the still shots for it. So I already shot some stills. So we're going to go back and kill the camera and turn around and take a look at the stills, get back to me. And I'll be discussing some new things, new ideas I got coming in. And I think you'll probably like too. Okay. Okay, guys, we'll swing this camera around. We'll take a look at the stills, and we'll get back to me, yours truly, here, and finish up the video. And like I said a couple minutes ago, we'll discuss what I've got going on. Okay, peepers on this, fellas, and take a look at this here. Here we go. Yep, there you go, fellas. Okay, I'll bring it up to a little bit closer, you guys, so you can see here. Good, pretty good. I think he came out pretty good for an old kid that's about 60 years old. These little jobs aren't too bad. They're treasures by themselves. Nothing upstream compared to today. That's for darn sure. These little gems are have their own rights. They are they fine among themselves as they are. All these upstream stuff's pretty much the same thing, but these little ones here are a lot different because they're old, they're ancient. like me. At one time, these things were very, very popular with everybody, especially for my generation. Nowadays, people kind of thumb the nose up at it and don't want to even venture there. But it just takes time, guys. Just a model. If you put your all into something like this, it comes out very good. Now, back in my early days, they never came out looking like this. They were a lot more cleaner. And this thing was not easy, fellas. It sure wasn't. Okay, now I'm going to finish up that Akagi over there. I gotta mask down the water line and start doing some weathering on the hull. I gotta paint the airbrush the boat deck aft on the fantail. And I gotta install all the boats on there before I close that deck on there. And once that's all done, I'm gonna go ahead and put the deck on there, make sure it's all glued on good, and add the remainder of the parts on it, which is probably a couple of antennae and a couple of searchlights. That's about it. And also I'm gonna put my barricade bags across the island right there. Instead of using bedding, they use sandbags. And install that. And the air wing that comes next, that's going to be easy to paint. And a little rigging on it. And she's done. I should have the Akagi done probably by Friday. And so I'm getting it knocked out pretty well. That leaves the HMS Dreadnought, and also the MSO. We worked on this line too. The sub assemblies on. Last night after the Navy loaded up, went ahead and sand the putty off here. So just needs a good primary, and start creating a subset to get that going. That won't take long to build that one. Now, here's what I got going on. I think I might put a close on these shits for a while after I finish these up here. And I'm thinking about doing a desk model series. Using vacuum form kits. I got a big old 1/72nd scale Cargo Master Zoe Jean Hooker kit. The fuselage is about this long, and the wingspan's probably about like that. 1/72nd scale C-133 Cargo Master, dubbed as a weenie wagon. And I'm going to have it in flight configuration, no undercarriage down. And I'm going to use nothing but lacquer paint on it. And I got a like Glow Master I'll be building, doing the same thing on that. I got a lot of stuff coming. I got this tugboat I'll be working on. I'm gonna still work on Big Mo. She's been calling on me. I gotta get the railings set going on that. Get the rails work on it before I get that all installed. I got a lot of other parts I gotta put on it too before I get that far. So I'm just kind of finish up with little things here. Just try to get something a little different. And so that'll be probably on summertime. I'll start these desk model jobs. Stay on these ships as long as I can too. And I might even fart around this little job. I showed you last night. This Hal Springfield Bulldog Racer. I bought this at FW Woolworths. FW Woolworths was a good department store at one time. I mean, they had good stuff back in those days. You couldn't beat it. That's when I first ran into Hasagawa. Like FW Woolworths was the first store that sold that actually held the Hasagawa line. Of course, they were pretty new by 1969, 1970 when they came out. Let's see what else I got shaking here. That's about it, isn't it? Oh yeah, I got one something to show you too. I'll probably be working on this too. make all my breakouts. I'll put right here with the touch. Now, I've had this one for ages. I think I had this for about 60 years. You say 6 or 60? 60. This remodeled USS Gearing class destroyer, 1/16 scale. I've been working on this thing off and on for a long time. And this is big. It's out of wood. I carved that hole myself. Use the plans. Gave you a hull block, but you got to carve it out real well. I think this thing's about 30 inches long. Normally 1/16 scale thing would be 24 inches long. This is 25 inches long. The Gearing class destroyers were, as some of the class, were 50 feet bigger than the Fletchers. And also comes with a box of fittings on here. And all my fine fittings is white metal or lead. I think it's white metal. And oodles and oodles and more fittings to give you in the kit. And they give you a base too. And the pentacles too, or the fennels, they come up here too also. They're included with the Kenton brass. That model cost $39 back then. I think I was in high school when I got this. I was working out in the oil fields, doing rough work. Here's the plans to give you. Really detailed plans too. That was kicking out what? 1952. I think I bought this thing, what, 58? 57, somewhere around there. Cozy's Hobby Shop. He's got a lot of remodel kits. So that's on the bench too. And I know, fellas, Frank, when you get back on airplanes, I will. Don't worry. I've been away from shits for a long time. And I'm trying to catch up what I got on the table here when I get started. Get them all done. And I ain't going nowhere, fellas. I'll be here for a long time. And I'll be building for a long time. Just be with you fellas. Eventually, I'll probably get started this pretty soon, too. You never know what I'll do. Everything's yelling at me. Everything's yelling at me. Okay, guys, that's all I got for the night. I hope you enjoyed the stills. I'm so happy I got that camera right now. Get a lot more quality, better pictures. And I'll be posting some pictures of this on Facebook too. So stay posted there too, fellas. Okay, that's all I got tonight. Probably going to bed early tonight. I got a big day tomorrow. Get tired. I'll sleep something come out of this box. Okay, this is it for the USS Springfield. This is it for me. Make Mom happy. Take care of the little ones. Stay focused when you drive. Spend wisely. Like Stu Avery says, it's Stu Remodels. Get kit crazy. Get yourself a couple good kits. Keep you busy while you're enjoying outdoor activities. And as soon as rain's over, this is raining off and on all damn day today. Man, I figured this stuff would be over with at least by last month, but nowadays you can't tell the seasons what's going on. It has a mind of its own, I imagine. Okay, I'm out of here. And thank you very much for my new subscribers. Thank you, everybody, for your wonderful views and your comments. I'm very honored, each one of you guys. I love you fellas. You guys take care of yourselves. And I'm going to try to get back to some of my comments so I can answer a few questions I got here and there. I haven't been answering lately. I read them. And so I'm going to get back and answer a few of them. Okay. Yeah. I forgot something right here. Very important message. A couple of my subscribers were getting on me about my Renwal 1/72 scale USS Gato, that big pig boat I got. It's in mothballs. I might be bringing that out too shortly and get that thing finished up. It's all done. All I gotta do is just paint it. So it's gotta be primed and painted and everything. That's gonna take a lot of paint, a lot of time. And I don't know where I'm gonna put it at this place. But I will find room somewhere. So just hang, like I say in Hawaii, hang loose, and I'll bring that out of the mothballs through my storage. Okay, that's it for Springfield. That's it for me. You guys take care of yourselves and watch the little ones and say your prayers, and we'll get the country back in shape again. I love you fellows. Take care of yourselves, and may God bless.